The legal battle erupts over Adirondacks' first cannabis store, you guys. This is in your neck of the woods, Dr. Mark. 3 shareholders in a corporation that opened the North County's first retail cannabis store last fall in Saranac Lake have filed a petition in state Supreme Court accusing the shop's majority owner of his general manager of mismanaging the business, failing to follow proper bookkeeping procedures, and violating state regulations. The state legal dispute centers on the operations of Evolate ADK, which in October became the state's 27th retail cannabis storefront when it opened in a small shopping plaza on Lake Flower Avenue, Route 86, about 1.5 miles south of the center of Saranac Lake Village. The business has been providing deliveries for about 5 months before the store opened, and a petition filed recently on behalf of Douglas Buttdorf and Thomas Gorsuch and Eduardo Suarez, who are shareholders in the corporation that established the business. North County Roots Incorporated is seeking a court order dissolving the business and liquidating its assets. They allege that Adam Hayner, a North County farmer who is a 51% shareholder in the business, and his general manager, Eli Emery, have misappropriated assets and monies and refused to pay shareholders dividends and removed them from their roles as directors of the corporation. In a statement on Monday, Emery characterized the legal filings as a baseless lawsuit brought by 3 shareholders that have hurt feelings. In a quote, "We are deeply disappointed by the unfounded and outrageous claims made in this lawsuit and are confident that the truth will prevail," Emery said. North County Roots has operated completely above board in all operations since the beginning and will continue to do so despite this nonsense, they say. The petition filed in Essex County describes how those 3 shareholders, all Plattsburgh residents, formed North County Roots back in 2015 to enter New York's medical cannabis industry back in 2022. They said Hayner approached them about partnering in a retail cannabis business, and the involvement of Hayner, who was a felony conviction of cannabis distribution, allowed them to apply for a conditional retail cannabis license under the state's Office of Cannabis Management social equity licensing system that has given priority for the state's first retail licenses to those with past marijuana convictions. The business license is up for renewal in January, and it's unclear whether the allegations outlined in the court case may jeopardize their standing with the state regulators. And the petition accuses Hayner of using vehicles he personally owns to make cannabis deliveries, which they said violates state regulations. And the plaintiffs also accused Hayner and others of failing to present draft standard operating procedures to the board of directors for approval. In addition, they claim not to have received bookkeeping records that can audit or a trusted profit and loss statement, including copies of expenses, receipts, contracts, and invoices. And this article goes on and on and on and on and on. We're not going to be able to finish this article, but you can finish it directly on our website at www.highat9news.com. Any thoughts on this, Rico or Rachelle?
I mean, it's messy. This is messy.
Yeah.
And, I have to choose my words carefully right here because we work with one of the people. I'll just leave it at that. I can't really comment on this. I have to recuse myself from the conversation because I'm actually working with one of these people that is named in this.
Fair enough. So this is a social equity store, and it sounds like the social equity applicant is the person that is in control of the store, and these investors are claiming this misappropriation of the funds. Am I correct on those? Can you say yes or no to that, Rico?
From what the article says, yes, but
okay, that's all. That's
I can't really give my opinion on this one.
I just want to make sure that I'm understanding this correctly. That's all.
Yeah, but I can confirm that they have card license.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I do encourage everyone to go and read this because this thing goes on and on and on for a little while. So I do hope people go and read this. Dr. Mark, you have any thoughts on this?
It's Saranac Lake.
Saranac Lake. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got please.
Yes. it's a shit show over in New York. Actually, in upstate New York, there's quite a bit of native dispensaries. So yeah, there's a thriving business over there. So who knows?
I mean, New York can barely open up all the stores, and now we have people trying to close them. So I don't know. What? Any thoughts on this, Rachelle? Before we wrap this up,
cannabis is a messy game.
Fair enough. That's a great way to end the show. I like that, Rachelle. Cannabis is a messy.
Yeah. Politics is a contact sport. Yeah.
All right, Rico.
On that note, hope they get their shit together. Let's just keep it that. Keep it at that. We have faith in you, New York. You will figure your shit out at some point.
I don't
in all these stories.
I'm not buying that hype for a second.
Yeah. We'll see. But thank you all for joining us for yet another week of High at 9 News. You can catch us live weekdays at 9 a.m. Pacific, high noon on the East Coast. Oh, that's my place here. Big shout out to the Superfan showing love, getting their comments posted live on the big screen. We had a big Nick in the house today with his first one. Can we get a double air horn on that one?
There we go.
And Anna is always showing love. Make sure you guys, if you guys are in Long Beach, man, make sure you guys stop by Anna's joint. The food is fucking fantastic. I was very, very impressed. And that's not me just saying that to show love. If it was terrible, I just wouldn't say shit. But it was fantastic. Gotta say that. Had a great time last night. Thank you for hosting us. All right. So everybody else getting there. If you guys want to be a live super fan as well, that was a couple $, man. We can get your comments posted too, and you can talk a little shit as much as you want, and buy Jason some lunch money.
Yes.
Some lunch money so you can buy more cold cuts. He's into that.
You know what it is.
Yes, everybody else, much love to you guys too, to our live audience and online supporters, catching us across all media platforms, tuning in each day to the Headlines of Chaos, also known as the developing cannabis industry. Our vetted correspondent team tuning in from all over, bringing us much needed variety of perspective and your respected opinions to the table. Thank you. Our production team, Cloud Media Partners, all the sponsors keeping the lights on and AV struggles to a minimum. As always, Cannabis Sativa L, the reason we read these stories every single day. Thank you. It has been Friday, June 28th, 2024. Cancer season is in full swing, motherfuckers. And the show is over. You've all been blessed with the top industry headlines.
Rico.
And the week's top headlines. What's that, Jason?
Rico, we do have to make one quick dedication. Earlier this week, the cannabis industry did lose Chef Jay. I know a number of people knew Chef Jay.
Yeah, that hit hard, man.
Yeah, yes, and so we want to make sure that we dedicate this show to him and his legacy and his family and everyone, and offer our condolences.
Yeah, and everybody who knew Jason Hartley, man, like I'm gonna try not to get all emotional and shit, man. That was my guy. I've known Chef Jay since late 2016. He even chipped in and catered a couple of my events and parties, like pre-COVID. Just a kind heart, soul, incredible chef, and man, like, I'm just trying to keep it together right now, man. That was a tough one. So anybody who knew Chef Jay and his family and everything, man, like, much love and condolences out to you guys, man. And make sure you guys check in with your people. That's all I can say, man. Like, check in with your people. Like, if they're on your mind, man, check in with them. Make sure they're doing okay.